So the use of Prostanthera rotundifolia or native thyme or native oregano, depending which label you're reading, is you can crush and smell the foliage, just crush it in your hands and just inhale that amazing sinus clearing minty fragrance with lots of other things going on. Minty, many complex flavors. I'm not a chef, so I'm not very good at explaining them to you. Hints of oregano, hints of thyme, definitely mintiness as well. Or you can strip the little stems of the leaves and then finely chop those leaves after a bit of a wash, because I've got fairly grubby hands, but you get the idea. Like making any herb butter, you can then finely chop the leaves and blend it through vegan butter or dairy butter, whatever takes your fancy, slightly softened, put it back in the fridge for about an hour and let the flavors infuse through. And the oils in the butter will moderate these incredibly strongly tasting the flavors in the native thyme. So here's some lovely little Prostanthera rotundifolia, what was for about 20 odd years in the native food industry, probably that much, known of as native thyme, more recently being labelled by some nurseries as native oregano. So whatever you decide to call it. In gardening terms, this has also been known for many, many years as native mint bush because of its minty aroma, and that's been all the Prostantheras have been known as native mint or mint bush because they had general minty tones, and they've actually got quite high levels of menthol. And this species, rotundifolia, as well as incisor, are the two ones that are mainly used because they have lower levels of menthol, so they're able to be used in cooking, and they blend really well or pair really well with meats and with eggplant. And thanks to Kerryn, another friend of ours, we found out they also pair well with quinces and rhubarb. So these plants are very quick growing, but a lot of quick growing plants, as you would know perhaps, are short-lived, a bit like daisy bushes. So you'll get quick results from these plants, but be prepared to replace them in maybe 7 to 10 years, and also be prepared to prune them regularly because that will keep them bushier and prolong their lifespan. So these plants have a lot of dense foliage. This one's been growing in full sun, and this one has been growing in a lot of shade in my garden. So you can see that it's got quite lanky and sparse. So it responds really well to tip pruning. So you can, when you're harvesting, you can just cut all over, taking a little bit off each tip of each little branch, and that will help to make your plant bushier. Don't do this don't do this from winter onwards because these are spring flowering, so you'll be removing the potential flower buds and you'll miss that beautiful explosion of purple flowers in spring. So you can prune these immediately after flowering, like most plants or many natives too. So they'll flower in early spring, and then as soon as they've flowered, you can prune them, and you can keep on pruning them as they produce their new growth, and that way you can encourage your plant to bush up more. You can see that I'm not particularly good at remembering to do that, so mine's a bit lanky. But if you do that, and if you water them and look after them, they will reward you with lots of lovely bushy foliage to use.